You guys know that in another life, I think I would have been an actress. Former theater kid in me thought the best job was journalism, and it was for me. Very grateful. But since acting is not personally my calling, next best thing I can do is meet talented artists here in our area. And so today we have Theatre Huntsville here to break down all the suspenseful and dramatic details of their upcoming show, Girl on the Train. Larkin and AJ, thank you so much for being here. You kind of prepped me a little bit earlier because I don't really do thriller and suspense, but this one is not terribly scary as much as it is, again, suspenseful, as you mentioned. So for those who have not read the book or seen the movie, walk me through a little bit of the storyline here. This is a phenomenal production.
Okay, so this is The Girl on the Train, based on the best-selling book and hit movie, but for those who were insulted by the move to New York City, this one is based in London.
Okay.
So we have the girl on the train, Rachel, who is riding the train every day into London, where she sees this picture-perfect couple, or so she thinks. Until one day this girl goes missing, and then Rachel, who doesn't know this couple at all, inserts herself into the investigation to figure out what happens. And we discovered not everything is as picture perfect as it seems.
It never is. Again, such an interesting thriller here that we're talking about. And I want to highlight too, I mean, this is, again, an intense production. And I'm curious for what it's like for you guys as actors. I think so many times, you know, when we're on a stage, you want the audience to feel something. What are scenes, though, that are really emotional for you guys and as you guys have kind of worked on as actors?
So I think AJ has some of the most intense scenes in the play. I think he is the best one to talk about that.
So I play Scott Hipwell, who is the husband of the girl that goes missing.
Right, okay.
And so, yeah, I get to play some pretty emotional scenes, which is new for me personally. But my character is this kind of macho, football, beer-loving guy who wants to be a dad, but he's also like kind of a little controlling and really loves his wife.
Oh, is he a suspect in all of this, maybe?
Everyone is a suspect.
Okay, you heard it here first.
When she goes missing, when his wife goes missing, you kind of watch him unravel throughout the play. And
that's a lot to take. Do you have like a certain regimen to kind of get into character? So it's funny, I mean, not to talk about my theater days, but I always played like the sinister evil. I was told you played the exact opposite of who you are in real life. Because I always played like Wicked Witch and Stepmother, and it takes a moment to kind of get into this other character. What does that regimen look like for the two of you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I absolutely am backstage like kind of getting ready to go into some pretty extreme emotional states as I learn things throughout the play. And that's, for me, I kind of am thinking of things that make me feel not very good.
Right.
But I definitely get to parlay that into starting a scene that way. And then the rest of it is just reacting in the moment.
Sure.
So. And our whole cast is just so talented. I mean, everyone from Megan, who plays, it's so confusing. We have so many people with the same names as the characters.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All of our cast, from Megan Tompkins, who plays Rachel, the girl on the train, to Haley Loveday, who has a very emotional, heart-wrenching monologue, just bring their A game to this role. And they are just stunning portrayals here.
Yeah, again, theater just has a way of just making you feel emotions I think sometimes you didn't even know you could tap into. And so with that too, curious, what do you hope audience kind of takes? I think anytime you have art on the stage, right, you know, you want viewers to walk away from it, even though this is kind of a suspenseful thriller. Any kind of emotions you're hoping to evoke from the crowd?
I mean, I would say in general, like, you know, theater is a place where you can kind of go experience something that you wouldn't normally as you would in your own real life. And so hopefully what we can do is kind of walk you through what something that you might not have ever had to deal with, which is maybe your spouse goes missing.
Right, yeah,
you know?
here's something that, and then it's like a roller coaster, right? I mean,
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think we're hoping with this, you know, there's so much craziness going on in the world right now. We're hoping to provide just a little bit of an escape. This is so suspenseful that we're just wanting you to get that moment where you can just think about something else for one night.
Yeah, it's quite the rush of emotions for sure. Well, guys, we cannot wait to see you take the stage. We do want to highlight before we let you go, again, Theatre Huntsville, largely supported by donations, community involvement. Any upcoming shows you guys are going to be a part of? How are there other ways that our audience can be involved?
So this is our final weekend for The Girl on the Train. After that, our next show will be in March, is By the Way, Meet Vera Stark by Lynn Nottage. And then we also have upcoming auditions that February 8th and 9th for our spring musical, Something Rotten. So, I mean, hey, If you want to get that
could.
inner kid back out again, get
Find-
those tap shoes.
Yes.
Those dance
Oh, I don't really
shoes.
tap. I can kind of.
Hey,
my
you don't
robot's
have to
pretty good.
tap.
Yeah, okay.
Get that robot out.
I'll
get
practice
those
it, Larkin.
dance it.
I'll
All
oil it
right.
up and we'll see how it goes. Guys, thank you again so much. Tell us one more time again, Girl on the Train, when and where this is taking a stage near us.
So Girl on the Train plays this weekend, Thursday through Sunday at the Von Braun Center Playhouse. You can get tickets at thtix.com.
Wonderful. And you see those details there on the screen. AJ Larkin, thank you again so much. Break a leg this weekend. It's going to be fabulous.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank you.